Right, hello everyone, welcome to round 1, season 1 here in SEC, the Supersonic Esports Championship. And yes, it has taken a bit of time to get underway here, unfortunately, but that is just Codemasters in a nutshell for us. We have 19 drivers here at the moment. We're waiting on another BRT driver to join. He shouldn't be too late, as we can see Duncan getting ready to get out on track here for the 18-minute qualifying session here in Bahrain under the floodlights. It's going to be a clear, dry race and qualifying as usual here in SEC. So we'll see what everyone can do, as the Alpine looks like he will be first out on track. Quite a lot of people opting for the medium tyres. I mean, a softer hard is definitely possible around this track, so we'll see what everyone chooses to do as the Alpine comes out of track. So that is the SLR driver of Avolo. I'm going to struggle with names today, I can already tell. So just making sure not to take too much out of his tyres. It's a very hard track for tyres, this Bahrain. So a lot of drivers coming out now. I'm surprised with quite a lot going out on mediums. Both Red Bulls out as well, the FE Drivers Foundation Esports. Definitely a decent team. One of the ones we got to watch out for is GRT Salt. We know he's a quick driver from before, as well as, if I can find them, as some drivers have been known before for their pace. Quite a lot of these drivers are unknown to me, so I don't know who is extremely quick. I have a feeling I'll soon find out as they start to come across the line. Some DFA supporters in chat, F1AB supporters in chat, so we'll definitely see who can get pole position here in Bahrain, as we're going to go on board with Elbow as his run down to turn 1 here in the Alpine. As the Aston Martin making sure to stay out the way late on the brakes, making sure to hit the apex there, trying to get good traction out there. Bit of wheel spin on the rear, that's going to compromise him some time. This has definitely lost him around the 10th coming out of there just by that bit of wheel spin, making sure to hit the apex once again. Running it out wide, making sure to use all the track available to him, as that is a 27.8 in Sector 1 on the soft compound. As he gets on the curb again, that's going to compromise him as well. So far, a bit of a scruffy lap for the Alpine. The SLR driver, maybe he can bring it back in the final 2 sectors, but I'm having a feeling this will be his banker lap, due to the small amount of mistakes as he's making his way down the 3rd DRS zone in Bahrain, which is very fortunate for us, gives us plenty of opportunities for overtakes. And there he goes, he's around, and that's him into the wall. Doesn't look like he's knocked off a wheel, fortunately no damage suspension, so he can make his way back to the pit lane and go again. Very unfortunate for him with his end plate off, so yeah, definitely enough damage to warrant a pit stop. As I do believe it was a Mercedes that is next to set their lap of Duncan. So what can Duncan do? And he's backed off. So he is off for a 2nd lap. Yeah, so the URL driver not choosing to set a 130. And there is the first representative lap time by ABE Drew in the Ferrari, 26.4. So that is the time to beat, as everyone else has come to the line. Some of these aren't representatives, so they're off for a 2nd lap, and that's FE Eclipse going with a 27.0 there. Not a bad time, but still nowhere near challenging Drew for pole. So far, Drew pole by a long shot, as there goes Arbon. Still not able to challenge Drew. 5/10 clear is the ABE driver at this time. Whereas the McLaren driver on the final corner. Chills F1. Whereabouts is he going to manage to put this McLaren? It's not going to be fastest, but it is going to be P6. So it goes FE, FGE, FE, FGE. So very close between them so far. And the Haas drivers are now coming for the DFA drivers DCRS Academy drivers. Where are they going to manage to point? That's pole position at the moment with a 25.9 for one of the Haas cars, and the one slotting into P3, 2.5 tenths off ABE Drew. But what a time by Kirby, putting it on pole position at the time being. JRT Salt going in to P7 on the mediums. That's Duncan on the second lap on those softs, making sure to get the car up into P4. Very solid lap time by the Mercedes, but there goes Alpha up into P3 for the BRT driver. Very strong lap by him, and he's so far running on his own, waiting for his teammate to join the session. So very fortunate that he managed to put a decent lap time on the board, get BRT some points. There are 2 drivers currently on the lap, and here comes Nos. Mikey, where is he going to manage to put it? That's P6 alongside his teammate, and I can't remember who that was about to cross the line. Is that the Alpine? No, Arbin's gone P2 recently, because that one's just came out of nowhere. But I'm trying to think who, I believe it was an AlphaTauri. Oh, and that is Harvey going up into P2 there with a 26.2. Still not near Kirby's time. Kirby has set an absolute flyer of a lap time on those softs. I'm not sure if someone's going to be able to challenge him. We're about to find out, as both Hasses are rounding the final corner to come in to the pit lane here. That is a very, very solid lap by Kirby. Doesn't look like anyone else is currently on a lap. I'll have a look. Don't believe the AlphaTauri is. Are they draining any battery? No, they are coming into the pits. Actually, Hypes seems like they're on a lap here, so rounding the final corner. Not too much wheel spin. This looks like it could be a decent time for the Aston Martin. What time is he going to do? He's going to put it up into P5. Decent lap time by the F1 AB driver. So far, very solid showing by the F1 AB Esports team. P2 and P5 definitely in for a good points haul at the moment. Harvey go. Yeah, I mean, the chat at the moment, the chat isn't too far off. If he can get alongside Kirby, I mean, just depends on what sort of start he gets in turn 1. But keep in mind, some of this grid has still only done medium lap times, so we'll see what the gaps come down to when everyone's gone out on the soft compound tyre. Let me have a look who's gone best. So, there it is. So from P12 down to P19, everyone has done their best lap on the mediums or not set a lap. So, we'll definitely see. Yeah, I agree with OK Blitz. Which one do I support? F1 ABs or ABE? There's a tricky choice. This is Cormac on the lap, but here comes. That's a good lap time. That caught me off guard. Just go on board with Slazenger. That's what I'm going to call him, Slazenger. And he goes P2 with a 26.0. Only 600ths really off Kirby. So not a bad lap time at all by the Alpine driver for the SLR team. So that is P2 and P4 for Alpine at the moment. They are looking like they're on an amazing points haul. Go back with Cormac, who's unfortunately invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to go out again. That's very unfortunate for him. There's a lot of drivers now on flyers. We're going to try and catch who is the one closest to finishing their lap. That's Cormac. Are either Hasses. I'm trying to find who is actually on the lap here. I do believe it's some McLaren of Skurlet. Yep, I hope I'm pronouncing these right. Please do tell me off if I am. But Skurlet is on a lap, currently P15 in the McLaren team for FGE. Not too good of a showing by FGE at the moment, but we'll see what they can do on these fresh pairs of softs as he's going to come to the line now. Getting a good exit out of the final corner. Took a bit of curb, but I think this is going to be a solid lap time, and they go up into P7. Decent lap time by the FGE driver. That is a Red Bull of FE Eclipse going up into P11. Trying to keep on track with these changes, and that is the AlphaTauri spinning off. That is not great, and the round in the middle of the track. Thank God we got ghosting on here, as Chills will definitely have a bit of a chill coming around that corner, because that is definitely not what you want to see, a spin around. AlphaTauri right on the racing line. Drew has managed to go into P3. Solid lap time there by him, just having a look who else is waiting to cross the line. Chills, despite having an AlphaTauri in his way, has still managed to go up into P6. Very solid lap time by the FGs. They have finally got up into the decent places now, which is fortunate for them. So definitely starting to show some more of their pace. Kirby, he's already on pole. Can he extend his lead anymore? We're about to find out. No, not this lap, he can't. As the other Haas is going to be coming into the pits. Doesn't look like either Aston Martin are pushing too hard, both on outlaps. And it looks like they're going to be doing a toe. Hypes gaining a toe off Harvey at the moment as they're going down towards turn number 1. This is good teamwork by both Aston Martins. And here comes P1. And he's gone up into P11. That's not a bad place to be. 3 tyre choice. That's definitely, if you're not in the top 8, you want to be P11, I would say, around here. And that is Barney going up into P7. They've kept that one quiet, jumping up the times quite significantly. Up into P7. Very solid lap time as Kirby's on another lap. We'll make sure to keep close tabs on him. As here comes Chills coming into the pit lane, unfortunately, so we won't see a lap from them. Mikey off for another lap for the URL team. We'll see what he can manage to do. They signed Kirby from NOS and they didn't realise he was going to be that good. So yeah, a lot of people happy with Kirby as he goes even faster. He's almost 3/10 clear of P2. What a lap time by Kirby there. Why do I have a feeling he's going to run away with this? Someone's going to have to challenge him soon, I hope. As we're trying to find who's coming through next on their lap, and it looks like it's not going to be Ireland, but Kiwi's got in there, so that's good. So now we got the final Alfa Romeo coming to back up Alpha, who's done a decent lap time at the moment, currently P7. Here comes Arbon, manages to go up into P5, improving by almost 1/10 of a second. That's not a bad time at all for the Alpine driver. Definitely doing good things for SLR 2 and 5, and then you've also got the Aston Martin pairing of F1AB in P4 and P6, so definitely some good pairings across the field. Kirby, I do not believe, is on a lap, but I think he might be giving his teammate a tow for his next lap, as he's only on an outlap. As there is a McLaren behind, only on an outlap. Some Mercedes boxing. Cormac invalidating again on his outlap, but it won't matter too much. I thought he invalidated on final corner then. Up the URL, so we got some URL supporters now. We got basically every supporter in chat. 41 live viewers, Jesus Christ. As Cormac is off for his first lap, so we'll see what he can manage to do. We do have a Red Bull on their outlap coming through sector 3. So FE Eclipse looking to improve, currently P15. As who else do we have out there? We have the Alpine of Slazenger looking to get up in to P1, and Hypes, he's came out of nowhere. He's currently P2. Still 2/10 off Kirby's time though. Kirby has set an absolute scorching lap time. So far no one's managed to challenge him. We'll soon see as everyone's getting ready to come out for the final runs in quali. Now, as you can see, quite a few people leaving the pit lane. Let's hope it doesn't get in the way of Slazenger as he is on his lap now, coming towards turn 1. Looks like he's beaten out most of the traffic, which is good for him, so no distractions for this lap. Full focus ahead. And I do believe that's a Williams coming through sector 3. It is Cormac to set his first lap time here at Bahrain. What time is he going to manage to set? A bit squibbly out of the final corner, but here he comes to set a lap time. He goes P7. Very decent lap time by Cormac. To say he hasn't set a time yet and then puts up in P7, not a bad lap time at all. McLaren's about across the line. It's Skirlet managing to go P8 just behind Cormac by 200ths of a second. Literally nothing in that. So close. Kiwi offered up their first lap and their first outing in the session by just joining late. There is a Red Bull. I think that might be Eclipse as they're coming to set, hopefully to improve their lap time. Where do they manage to go? They go up into P12. Not a bad position. Free tyre choice and not too far off P11. Their teammates currently on an outlap. Let's have a look who else is flying. It's hard to keep up with it. All I see is outlaps. And he can't just skip to drivers. So it doesn't look like anyone coming through the final few corners are on a lap. Unless that Haas is. We're about to find out. No, the Haas is on an outlap. Yeah, so no one coming through the final corners are currently on a lap. Unless Skirlet is. Are they? We're about to see if they're up on their time. Yes, they are. Skirlet is on a lap. Currently P8. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing their name wrong, but they'll have to tell me after. But currently on a lap. Currently P8. Where can the FGE driver manage to put that McLaren car? We saw they were a 10th and a half up in Sector 2. As here they come. Depleted all their ERS practically, and they come across a line. They managed to put it up into P5. Great lap time by Skirlet. Managing 26.0, not too far off Drew. Might be kicking themselves how close they were. As Kiwi goes up into P6. All they need is one lap time and they're straight into the top 10. Solid lap by Kiwi there. And that is a Red Bull. Are they on the lap? Yes, they are. Here comes Eclipse. He manages to go up into P7 just behind Kiwi. Trying to keep up with who's going. I do believe that's Harvey just managing to make it to the line. As I believe we're a bit delayed as usual. Spectators are normally delayed. Now we're going to start to see the lap times tumbling in. Here comes Orthodox. Where is he going to manage to play? He goes 19th. Very unfortunate by him. Not a bad time at all. And now I've got to try and keep tabs on the left to see who's going up. Doesn't look like many improvements at the moment, but top Neo Racer goes up into P17. Not a bad lap time by him by any means, but this field is just so rapid. And DCRS Kirby is currently your man on pole. Slazenger can't stop him. He's still 2/10 off his time. Can anyone challenge Kirby here? His teammate can't. He stays P17. Bit of a contrast from the DFA Academy here. It's very unfortunate for Social Antelope. Hopefully he can make up for it in the race. Oh, that was someone jumping up. I do believe that was Barney going up into P5. Very solid lap time as well. This is so hard to keep tabs. Rest. Aston Martin is about across the line. We'll see if any jump up. No. Oh, wait. Was that Harvey jumping up into P7? I do believe it was. P10 to P7. So Harvey's jumped up a few positions. So far, no one managing to challenge Kirby here. We are watching Sol as he is he is the only driver who's not really set a representative lap time at the moment. So we'll see where he can manage to jump up. He goes to P4, 125.9. So a lot of drivers in the 0.9s, but no one managing to get 0.8 or 0.7 like Kirby. Absolute solid lap time. And that is going to be the end of qualifying. Let's see if we can get the gaps up instead of that. So Kirby, currently on, well, no currently about it, he's pole position by almost 2/10 of a second. What a lap time by Kirby, and a well-deserved pole by him. We'll see if he can manage to hold on to it during the race. AlphaTauri locking out the back row. Definitely not the best outing by the CSR team. Hopefully they'll be able to make up for it in the race. But the whole top 19 are all within a second of each other. And 13th to P1 are within 5/10 just about. So that is some very, very close lap times. Especially P2 to P4. That is qualifying done and finished, and fortunately that was the hardest thing to do, commentary over. So now we get to the race, the main attraction, what we all want to see. As we can see it, Kirby pole position for the DFA. The Alpine managing to get P2, still a solid lap time by the SLR driver of Slazenger, and his teammate managing to be down in P11, so also not bad for the team. Can definitely do strategic things from down there. Aston Martin in a really good position for F1 AB though, as they're both in the top 10, P3 and P8, so not bad by Harvey and Heitzer. So definitely see what they can manage to do, as we're just waiting for all the drivers to pick setups and ready up when they are all ready. Might as well get a drink during the race. It's my only chance I'm going to probably get one. Alright, so the drivers still have another minute just to pick any setups they require for the race. Seems like someone didn't want them if they've just readied up now, but that's fine. It was almost a minute anyway. Finn, give us a song, give us a song. I wish I could, I just, I don't know any chants, I'm sorry. If you can write a chant for me in the chat, I'll read it out for you. There we have it, Kirby, pole position in the Haas. Not something I'd ever thought I'd be saying in my lifetime, pole position in a Haas, but there we go. And here we can see Kiwi actually set P9 lap time on the mediums. He could have definitely been a challenger for those top 5 positions quite easily. There's your predicted pit stop strategies. Of course, the game's wrong. I don't mean to speak ill of the game, but it's wrong. We don't need telemetry up. Just make sure everything is ready for the race. There you go. Right, oh no. I need to sing a chant apparently according to the chat. We've got Kirby at DCRS taking poles, Kiwis at BRT playing golf, CRS gone missing, the DFA are singing, and DCRS are winning yet again. Singing a yippee yippee a, singing a yippee yippee a, singing a yippee yippee a yippee a yippee yippee a. There you go. That's my only chant I'm doing for you. All right. That's the one and only. That's going to be on a clip somewhere. I'm going to make sure of it, and then you can play it whenever you go to any event. So you're welcome. All right. Back to serious mode, as they are making their way to the grid here. McLaren managing to fall to the back of the grid there. That's Chills. He's definitely not a slow driver. He was putting in some great lap times in qualifying, just not managing to hook it all up when times needed it. So very unfortunate for him, but he is starting on the medium compound now. We do run reduced safety cars, so hopefully we won't see any. I hope. It'll require some big crash to see a safety car. But here we go. Here for the first round in SEC. Here in Bahrain for Season 1. We're finally in front of the lights. And we finally have them turning on. That's 5 red lights here in Bahrain. We're still waiting. The drivers are revving, and now we're underway here in Bahrain, and that's a great start by Hypers. He's managed to get up into P2. Slazenger dropping down the grid. That's Salt on the inside. They're 4 wide coming into turn 1. This is crucial corners, making sure not to make contact. And that is Hypers into the lead. Kirby not managing to hold it from pole. JRT Salt up into P3. Slazenger dropping down the field as well. Not a great start by the Alpine driver. Skirlet managing to go up into P5. FE Barney moving down a position. That's not great for him. A huge side-by-side action down the grid. That's Harvey going around the outside of the Ferrari driver. Does contact. And the Ferrari of Drew is dropping down the order. Currently P17, P18, P19 is going to be, as that's a disqualification from the session for Chills. He might have not moved off the start. I'm not too sure the ins and outs of that. But that is a great start by Hypers. Managing to get into P1 already. And that is Kirby. He's going to have to be on the chase now. It could have been an easy race. Now it's definitely one he's going to have to work hard to try and get this back. And that is JRT Salt managing to get into P3 as well. So some solid moves from some of the drivers. Some drivers dropping off as Salt. Is he planning on going for a move into the penultimate corner? It looks like he was eyeing it up, having his wing just on the inside. Kirby definitely under pressure from JRT Salt behind him. So we'll see if Salt can manage to do anything. Of course, Hypers gets the fastest lap right there. And Salt going for the move. He's in the slipstream of Hypers. Hypers trying to give it to DCRS Kirby. Now Kirby trying to go around the outside. Salt's not going to let that one go around. And that is him up into P2. Kirby dropping down the order. This isn't great for Kirby. Hopefully he can get back up into this. We're about to find out as he's side by side with Slazenger. Slazenger having a go at a pole sitter. The pole sitter managing to hold on, and that's Skirlet having a go at the Alpine as well. This is all kicking off now. And here comes Barney. Is Barney going to look down the inside? For sure he is. There goes the Red Bull driver. That's a beautiful move if he can pull it off. He's going to have to hang it around the outside of the McLaren. Can he manage to do this? Late braking for the Red Bull. Huge lockup, and that is going to be the McLaren holding position for the time being. What close racing we have seen, but this looks like Hypers could have checked out. He's already out of the DRS range. Salt's going to be looking to break that soon to Kirby. Kirby just not showing the pace he had in quali in the race, unfortunately. Maybe he can step it up a notch soon. We're about to find out. The Social Antelope also closing it on the back of Alpha, the Alpha and Alpha in front of him, so a bit of an awkward one there. But Harvey also on the back of Barney there. I need to catch my breath for a second. This Hypers goes quickest once again. And it doesn't look like anyone is going to take the fastest lap off. That just shows his pace at the moment. Salt managing to get in the DRS range. I'm not sure if it was at the right time. We're about to find out as we go on to the first DRS straight, which will be activated for the drivers. And F1A Harvey, is he going to look for a move on Barney? It doesn't look like he is. He's going to think better of it. Still 2 tenths behind. The move here would probably cost him time as Kiwi trying to get back into this. And that is Harvey. Harvey's had a huge crash. And that is absolutely massive. He's been doing so well, and that's a virtual safety car now out. What has happened to Harvey there? It kind of looked like he did a Sebastian Vettel. I'm not gonna lie, and it's gone from almost a perfect race for F1 AB, and now it's gone from one of their guys currently in first place and the other one, unfortunately, in the barriers down by turn 4. Definitely still something to gain, though, for the Aston Martin team. They'll be looking to try... Drama in the chat. Definitely they'll be looking to try and keep this first place, as it's going to be crucial now due to only having one driver finish. Chills did have a glitch off the start, unfortunately. It did not let him get off the start grid, which means it did cost him the disqualification, which is unfortunate. So that will be investigated after the race, as it looks like we could be getting going now, hopefully. I hope we get going soon, as virtual safety cars are pointless. I hate them. My pet hates in Formula 1. They don't even group the field up. They just make everyone slow. And there we go. DRS back enabled. Is anyone going to be making a move when the VSC goes in? It doesn't look like it. It looks like everyone is still going to be in the same positions. But Kirby's pace is just not there compared to qualifying. I don't know what's happened. Will he manage to step it up when he switches tyres? I don't know, but he's going to have to find something in his locker soon. Otherwise, this race win is going to be going out the window for him. After setting such a solid lap in qualifying as well. Very unfortunate for him. As we're just having a look through the gaps on the field. Definitely Barney is so close to the back of Scarlett in front. So we'll see if the Red Bull driver can think of making the move. Both of the URL drivers are currently in the points, and so are the FE. So definitely looking not too bad for them at the time being. Cormac has Pitt, and so has AB Drew. So let's have a look. They've gone onto the medium tyres. Not bad choice at all. As pit window won't be opening for a few laps yet. JRT Salt has left the session. He's going to have to join back off my profile, but that is going to be crucial, because now it's going to make sure that he is going to drop down the order. The AI level is set to 80. It's just not higher as some of these drivers can drive, obviously, because he is going to fall down this order as quickly as possible. As there goes Kirby. That's one driver past him already. And now here comes the onslaught. Slazenger is going to be the next to pass the Williams car of the ERA team after such a solid start for him. But now he is fumbling down. He's back into P4. He's soon going to be P5, then P6. And Kiwi might even manage to get ahead of him as well. So just having a look at the gaps. And Kirby not in the DRS range of height in front. So this could be crucial come to the end of the race, because Slazenger still in that DRS range as top Neo Racer has also left. Have we got a session issue here? I hope we do not. That's two drivers out. So judging by how it's only two, I don't think we got a session issue. I think it might be connectivity for them. I hope. So having a look at the gaps once again, Scarlett is very close to the back of Slazenger, but he's not going to be able to make a move here, I don't think, just by the DRS train that is forming behind Kirby, showing he still has quite solid pace in this race. He's just not managing to match the race pace of the Aston Martin, of the F1AB driver ahead, who is absolutely flying. His race pace has been right there. He currently has 64% battery, so still a decent amount, so he's not pushing too hard. So this is a solid performance by the Aston Martin driver at the moment. We'll see who else manages to close up as soon as my gaps get back. That'll be helpful. As FE Eclipse is going for a move on Duncan, and he's managed to get it done. That looked like around the outside. He is on the soft compound tyre, but there he goes, and Duncan runs out wide. He's almost lost the car, and there goes the Alpine of Albin. He's looking down the inside of Duncan. Duncan manages to hold him off, only just. Is Arbin going to look around the outside? He's most certainly thinking about it. He's going to think better of it, though, as we get a good onboard shot of Alpha behind for some reason, even though we want to be seeing Duncan, as there he goes. There goes the Alpine, getting past Duncan, both with DRS, but Duncan's going to come back at him. No, he's not. He's going to have to stay behind for now, And that is very unfortunate for Duncan. They both got DRS because Eclipse is still within DRS range, but we didn't know that because we don't have our gaps, which is a bit annoying. I kind of need them. I need them to be able to tell. Allison, the point system is standard for this season. They've gone again! I need these! As it's a huge train forming at the back of the pack now. It seems like the pack is separated into two trains and a few loose runners around the grid. Cormac not having the best weekend. He'll definitely want to be forgetting this at the moment. But Eclipse, no DRS. Arbin looking for a move, but so is Duncan. Duncan down the inside, and it's going to be so close between them. Duncan not managing to get the move. Is he going to try again? No, he's going to have to stay behind for the time being as he runs very wide. That's going to compromise him. Duncan really squirrely on the rear end. Alpha down the inside. He's probably committed to this time. He thought last lap I couldn't get past. This lap I'm going to send everything at him. And he's probably going for it, looking around the outside, and he's not managing to get it done. Practically pushing the Mercedes through the corner. And that has really closed up the Ferrari and the Haas behind. This is very close racing from them, but we don't know the gaps from the top 8, so we can't tell if it's close between them. But judging by the dots on the map, it's telling me that it is very close racing. As Arbin very close to the back of Eclipse. Duncan has cost these 4 drivers all the DRS to FE Eclipse, which is going to be crucial for Duncan and them. As Hypes, he's the first to trigger the pit stop. And who is going to respond first? Because definitely going to have to respond to this, as he has shown incredible pace on fresh tyres. It's all to do with what sort of gap he is going to manage to pull out. Where is he going to come out? He's going to come out, currently it looks like it's going to be P15. Duncan very much 4 wide, 3 wide through those corners. That's not going to work. That's never going to work. And they've somehow managed to be facing the right way, but this is costing him heaps upon heaps of time. But Alpha finally getting into that final point scoring position. Fortunate for him, but he's going to be net P11 soon as Hypes catches back up. Sorry to spoil the party for him there. But he's going to have to push on if he wants to get a final point. He needs to catch back up to Arbin, who's currently 2.2 seconds up the road, which is not great at all. It looks like Sol is back in the lobby now. He's not going to be too happy. 2.5 seconds behind and currently compromised to DRS to the 2 drivers behind. This is not great at all for him. He's definitely going to have to think about closing it back up. As Barney also closing in on this fight. So the top 4 definitely fighting for position. Are they going to pit? Do they have to respond to Hypes? We're about to find out as Duncan. Again, this guy's always involved in the action. We should just not leave him as here comes the Haas. Is he going to look to the outside? It looks like the Ferrari definitely is. Here comes the Ferrari of Iwanio. He's looking around the outside. And car number 26 versus the Mercedes. And that is going to be the Mercedes coming into the pits. He is choosing to try and undercut overdrive. No, he's retired. He must have got wing damage from something, or he's retired by, I don't know why. But here comes Hypes. Has he covered off any forms of attack by the drivers ahead? We're about to see the gap that would be formed after 1 lap. And he most certainly has. It's 2.7 seconds. What is the gap going to be next time as Cormac spun again? This is not a great race for him. This is definitely going to be a write-off. Very, very unfortunate as he's round again. The tyre temps are too hot and he's not managing to keep it on track at the time being. It's very unfortunate for him. Barney closing back up though. Oh, we got someone rooting for Hypes. So, and Sean's not happy about that. So we'll keep an eye on chat in the closing stages. We'll definitely see. Hypes is definitely on for the win at the moment because Kirby is deciding to take it as long as possible. Is this going to work? Is he going to pit this lap? We're about to find out. It looks like he is. As in he comes. Skillet copies. Barney wants to be a bit different, continues on the soft compound tyre, not a bad idea, and here goes Kiwi on the mediums. This is where the strategy really comes into play for the Alfa Romeo driver. And Duncan apologising there, he did have massive desync, so that's why he chose to retire. He didn't want to ruin everyone else's race. Huge respect to Duncan there for doing that, as that really does help, as there is the first time penalty on the grid with Alfa as he's on the back of Salt. Salt maybe might be thinking about pitting soon off those softs because the medium runners are going to be starting to come into their own here. As trying to catch up with Salt, but there is a train behind Alfa, and this is not good, especially for Hypes if he catches them up, because he is going to be stuck right at the back of it, and that is going to be something he is not going to be able to pass quickly. And that's exactly what Barney needs. Barney just needs to keep pushing on. He's a second down on his best lap time. Those softs aren't doing him any favours, and Kiwi is starting to close in. Having a look at the rest of the gaps, Alfa still on the back of Salt. I'm not sure if Salt's going to think about pitting soon because these guys are a lot quicker at the moment. His tyres just not managing to hold up, and there goes Alfa. He's deciding to go down the inside on this corner. Salt's not going to fight it too hard. He knows it's pointless. He knows those softs don't have the pace. And there is the ERA driver. He's staying out. He's not willing to give up this fight easily. And he has chosen to stay out where Barney has pit. Barney is into the pits for the Red Bull team, and Salt is just getting swallowed up through the corners. He just can't keep the traction down on those softs. I'm not sure what his plan is. I'm not sure if he's waiting for a safety car. I'm not sure if he's gambling, but he is very much struggling, and Hypes is currently clear. He is fully clear for the lead of this race, as this is a beautiful camera. Can we get more of these Codemasters, please? I like this. As this is a great camera. So JRT Salt dropping down the order by no fault of his driving. It's just, I don't know why he's staying out on those softs. He's might know something we don't know. But there goes the Haas, thinking about around the outside. A bit of a risky move by the Haas, but he's not willing to wait behind him any longer than he needs to. And that has really compromised the Haas to Orthodox. Can Orthodox get them both around the outside? We're about to find out. Orthodox has to brake as Salt comes back onto the racing line. And now this is going to be bad for Orthodox as he's going to speed it up. He might try something risky here because he knows he has to clear Salt now. Otherwise he's going to fall off the back of this train and maybe not be able to catch back up to it. So he has to get past the ERA driver right now, and he's looking to the outside line. JRT Salt hugging the inside, not willing to give it up easily at all. He pushes him out wide. There's contact, and Salt is choosing to pit. He's finally had enough of these tyres, and I do not blame him. They do not look strong at all. Wait, we're currently top 16 on F1 streams? Hey! Back to the racing! Alfa currently trying to close down for that final provisional podium position on the Ferrari driver ahead of him. But Ivan showing some good pace. He didn't have too good of pace in quali, but he's definitely showing he's got something in the locker for his race pace here today. And trying to hold off the BRT driver behind him. BRT look like they're having an insane weekend at the moment. 1 and 4. Both on mediums, both yet to stop, but they're going to be absolutely rapid on the softs, and they can both pit on the same lap because the double stack will not affect them. Slazenger on the back of Kirby. This is a fight we definitely want to be watching because this is for the net P2 position, as Hypes has finally caught up to the back of the slower runners because they are on very old medium tyres now. We'll get all the information up if any team manager needs them. We're about to find out, so there we go. Hypes thinking about the inside, but he is in the race lead. He's got nothing to lose. He can take it a bit of time, and that is a huge snap for Orthodox, and that has made him lose a position instantly. Orthodox does have DRS, so he's not going to lose too much, but his red light is flashing. He's below 10%. And I do believe the Hass's was as well. And there goes Hypes. He's already up into P5. He's made 2 moves on 1 straight. And now he's starting to really run away with this. Kirby finally on the back of these guys, as well as Slazenger. Barney a bit too far behind, running those extra laps has not paid dividends to him. He's going to have to think about how he's going to close up now. He's got fresher tyres, but will they be enough? They're 3 laps fresher than Hypes, but he is on an absolute charge. As Kirby is stuck in this traffic in a sector you do not want to be stuck behind, and that is yellow flags. That is Mikey. Mikey is off track. Sol on the hards. Is he going to manage the game? No, it looks like Mikey is going to recover. Recover? Jeez, I said that word. I do not forgive myself. But he's going to recover. He's currently on the mediums. He's going to have a bit of temperature in them, but it didn't look like too bad of a spin, so he shouldn't be too bad on the temperature side, fortunately for him. Orthodox side by side with Social Antelope. That's a great move. And Kirby not wasting any time. And neither does Slazenger. This could be an insane move by Slazenger all the way around the outside. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. There he goes, the Alpine driver. What a move. Not wasting any time. Showing he can make the moves when the moves need making. And that is a great example of racecraft by Slazenger there. He knows he needs to keep up with Kirby, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's not wasting any time. He's going to clear Orthodox at the same time as Kirby as well, making sure to stick with him. And Kirby is not going to have DRS over the next sector, but they're both behind Hypes now. Hypes going to be feeling the pressure. He knows he has no slower cars in between them, and he is closing in on Alpha. He's going to be starting to get that dirty air, and that's not the feeling he wants from the slower cars ahead. This is not great for him. He's going to have to think about clearing these ASAP, but he still has a 2.2 second cushion. So definitely not bad at the moment. But Kirby knocking 3 tenths off him in that 1 string of corners. Around 3 corners, not 3 tenths off. That's definitely going to get Hype's attention. He's definitely going to be panicking a bit now as Kirby is finally unlocking that qualifying pace he wants to have, as he is absolutely flying once again. Having a look through the field once again, is Social Antelope fancying a move? No, it'll be a bit of a silly one to make there, as a few drivers still not pitting. The medium runners will be looking to run until around lap, I think it'll be around lap 18. I think they'll be running. I'm not best on strategy around there. I'm not best at strategy anytime. But there goes Kiwi. Never mind, I'll shush. Because Kiwi has decided he's coming in now. He's coming in for the fresh tyres. What is he choosing to go on? It's hards. Kiwi's got medium hards. I know that is what the game suggests, but I know that is not the quickest strategy, but we'll see where he can manage to put that car. As a lot of drivers are side by side, we're going to focus on Social Antelope first. Orthodox. Orthodox, is he looking down the inside? That could be risky, but it's fine. But Barney is going to get a better exit. He's pushing the Alpha Tauri. Here he comes to the outside in the slipstream of the Haas, and that is going to be a fight Orthodox does not want to be a part of. He knows Barney's on the fresher tyres. He knows Barney has some great race pace at the moment, and he just wants to use him to close back up to the back of Social Antelope, maybe disturb him a bit, and maybe open the door to Orthodox to think about making a move. But Orthodox dropping off a bit. Barney going into the back of Antelope, forgetting the effect of tyre wear on this track and how crucial it is. But here comes the Red Bull. He's looking to the outside line. This could be a great move, and it already is. He's already around the outside, wasting no time as Barney. He knows he needs to get back up if he wants to be fighting for the podium this race. But he's still a bit too far off. Salt is not going to be happy, I'll tell you that. I just stopped in the middle of a sentence, but yeah, Salt is not going to be too happy with his disconnect, as that has dropped him down to P14. He was in the podium fight, and now he is not anywhere near it. This has been a very bad day for ERA at the moment. Maybe they can salvage it. I'm not too sure though, as Alpha still showing some great race pace, but this is exactly what Hypes did not want. He did not want to get stuck behind these 2 drivers ahead of him. He needs to be passing them ASAP. He can't be staying behind too long, because as you can see in the distance, there's the Haas and the Alpine of Kirby and Slazenger, his two rivals in this race. And he knows he needs to clear him. And here he goes. He's off down the inside, round the outside, and that is a beautiful move. He is not wasting any time. He knows he needs to get a move on, and that is exactly what he's going to do here today. He has shown some amazing overtakes and definitely been the centre of attention if it hasn't been for Duncan, because Duncan, some great driving despite his desync as well. But Kirby really starting to close up. Hype's gonna be feeling the pressure now, because he's still got one slower car in front of him with, I'm not good at maths, so give me a second, 8 laps older tyres. Maths is not my strong point. 8 lap older tyres, so this is not great at all. He knows he needs to be getting a wiggle on, but he's going to have the DRS, so it's going to be all good for him, I think, down the straight to get past him as quickly and as cleanly as possible, which is absolutely crucial. And there he goes, down the inside before the braking zone, back ahead into P2. Arbin is showing some great pace on those old mediums, so currently 3.3 seconds up the road. And he is extending the stint. He is going to be going onto the softs at the end. He will get undercut by Kiwi, even though Kiwi was ahead, but the gap will be a lot bigger, that's what I mean. As Kirby, straight down the inside of Alpha. And that is an AlphaTauri spun round. It looks like Orthodox. That is not great at all. He's on 16 lap old tyres. He's a pit stop behind some of the people in front of him now. So that is not going to be ideal at all. And that is going to be his chance of points this race out of the window. As Neo Racer currently in the pit lane. There we go, now he is released. Don't know who currently has the fastest lap, but that's Kirby. Still, just like Hypes, not wasting any time, and now he's within a second. He was 2.2 seconds, now it's 1 second, and now it's time for Hypes to start panicking, because Kirby is on a charge. He's back on his qualifying pace performance. He's going to have to deploy his ERS here, but it's not going to be enough. He's not going to be within the DRS range. And that is not what he wants. He wants to be in that DRS range. He wants to be applying the pressure to the Aston Martin ahead of him. But the F1AB driver is not letting that pressure get to him at the moment. He's showing some great race pace, and he just needs to keep a clear head. But the DFA driver is definitely coming, and there is no doubt about that. Slazenger not managing to clear the traffic as easy as who is that round? Who's that round? Is that someone? Oh, Cormac again. So unfortunate, as he does have great pace. I'm just not sure if Bahrain is his track, so that is very unfortunate. Might be biased a bit because he is an ERA driver, but he does have good pace. It just might not be his track. But very unfortunate for Cormac. And like I say, definitely going to be a race he wants to forget and won't last long in the memory. So who is going to come out of this in P1? As Slazenger is still struggling to get past Alpha. And is Alpha going to defend? No, he knows there's no point. And here comes Slazenger down the inside. Is he going to get ahead? Yes, he's ahead before the braking zone. Kirby in DRS now. 2 lap fresher tyres. Now we have the race for the lead for the last 11 laps. This is what we've been waiting for. The pit stops to be done. But Hypes is going to get DRS from Albin ahead. And that's going to annoy Kirby a bit, because he wants that lapped car, well, not lapped car, but the older tyre car out the way now. And that's exactly what he's going to do. It was a bit late because DRS has been given to Hypes now. So now we're definitely where we want to be. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the fight till the very last lap, and it looks like that's what we're going to see with Kirby and Hypes. You got to be careful not to fight too much, because we still know Slazenger has amazing pace, just not managing to clear this traffic as quickly. Cormac getting another 3-second time penalty, not amazing for him, as I predicted. Onto the soft compound tyre goes the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo, and now they're in the hunt of Kiwi. So we do have quite a few battles coming up in these closing stages. Oh, they've said another chant in chat. I might need to sing it. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. DCRS Kirby. He's coming for you. Oh, the chants in the chat. They're definitely happy about Kirby coming. But I know we do have some hyped supporters as well. So see who can come out on top. Kirby with the fresher tyres, with a better quali pace. But so far, Hypes has shown he is the race pace and he is the man to watch. But could that all be for nothing as we are within DRS range now? Kirby, car number 2, versus the Aston Martin of car number 2. This is just people not wanting to change their numbers. But 2 versus 2. And who is going to come out on top? Is Kirby going to think about a move? He's not going to deploy ERS. He is just using the DRS. Is he looking to the outside? Is Hype's going to cover him off? No, he can't. He knows he has to leave for space. And Kirby is not going to find any move going through turn 1, turn 2, or turn 3. He gets a solid exit though, but just Hype's managing to find that extra grip on those older tyres. Very, very conservative by Hypes, but he's definitely going to be shaking now. He must have been thinking at some point, I was 2.2 seconds clear of this house behind me, and now he's on the back of me. And now it's time to start doing some defending. He's been doing all the attacking as Hypes to clear the back lap. I don't know what to call them. The older tyre cars, the slower cars. And now he's got the defending to do for Kirby behind. Blasinger 3 seconds off Kirby, so he's got some time to find. Barney has been absolutely insane in these last few laps, really banking in the lap times, as well as Eclipse. These Red Bull FE drivers have been absolutely crucial in these final stages, absolutely rapid by the pair of them, and definitely nailing the strategy today are these two if they can keep in 4 and 5, or even get even higher, because Barney has no ERS, he's deploying everything. Slasinger has a bit more, but that's not going to matter because now Barney is in the DRS range and that's all Barney needs. Now he can start to save some of this ERS and just use the DRS to keep up with the Alpine ahead. Is Kirby going to think of a move? No, he's going to stay behind. He's probably going to conserve until the very last few laps, I feel. There's no point wasting his energy as Drew goes and gets fastest lap of the race, making sure no one else can get in the top 10. Very smart idea. If you're down in P16, that's the only thing you can do, and it is the wisest thing to do. Very unfortunate that he's down there. He had some amazing race pace, just tangled up in an incident. Not sure who was at fault. Sol is showing some insane pace on these hards. He's fighting the Ferrari, who is on the softs, and he's going down the inside of him. And that is huge contact, and Iwano, I think, is definitely one to blame for there, and Sol is not happy, and you can tell by his instant retirement on track, pulling over to the side of the circuit. Cormac showing some pace, managing to do the fastest lap. Definitely a stroke of, I wouldn't say good luck, because it's not really worth anything at this point, but definitely a stroke of showing what he can do. Oh, and some more chants. Nah, I can't keep up with these chants. I'm sorry. Especially when they're that long. Safety car, please. There's some people wanting the safety car. Safety car now. Arbon will definitely be in for the chance with the race win. He has been absolutely insane on those softs and the mediums. And he's definitely one to watch at the moment. But Scarlett is also closing up on the FE drivers now. This could start to contradict. Why did I say that they were doing well? Because this is what happens. The FGE driver closing up to the Foundation Esports team. Can he think about a move? He's got the DRS. And he's on 11 lap old hards. And the FE Eclipse is on 11 lap old mediums. So there's a bit of a contrast here. As time goes on, it is going to be Scarlett with the advantage. He just needs to keep with him long enough. Kirby fighting Hypes. Barney fighting Slasinger. Scarlett fighting Eclipse. Arbon fighting Kiwi. This is just fights all over the field. We got to keep a close eye on them all. As Cormac has retired in the pit lane, he's claimed the fastest lap and he thinks that's enough for me. And that is him retiring. Very unfortunate for Cormac. Hopefully he can come back in the next race. As that is Arbon getting past Kiwi. Kiwi might be thinking he's made a mistake now, as he knows the soft compound runners, which are the next 5 drivers behind him, are definitely on the hunt and definitely coming to get him. And that is not what he wants to hear, not what he wants to know. He's going to keep with the DRS of Arbon and try and keep up. As that Scarlet trying to keep up with Eclipse. Eclipse doing a lot of weaving there. Jesus! Eclipse, chill. That is a lot of weaving, making sure he doesn't get any toe. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up in an instant report at the end of the race, because that was a lot of weaving. That was crazy, the amount that he was doing. Ref, someone shouts in the chat. It's not going to matter about the ref, because he's looking down the inside of Eclipse. Eclipse trying everything he can to hold it, but there goes the FGE driver, not wasting any time. And that is him up into P5. He split the Foundation Esports team, and that's not what they wanted to hear at all. Barney showing some still amazing pace, but that is going to be a bit annoying for him, as Drew on the softs, he's going to be a quicker lapped car, and that is just going to get in his way and distract him a bit, and soon he'll be giving Slazenger the DRS, which is definitely what Barney does not want, as he's planning on saving his battery. As you can see, the battery deposits are going up. Last time we checked, he was practically on 0, but now Slazenger does not need to deploy anything. He can just carry the DRS from Drew, and definitely this is the worst case scenario for Barney right now. We'll focus on some of the fights from the lower guys as well. 14, they're fighting for 13th is Mikey and Racer. Mikey definitely showing some incredible pace through the race, and Racer also showing some great pace in the race as well. Just a few unfortunate drivers around Bahrain. It's a very unforgiving circuit, especially on some of these corners. Effie Eclipse back past Scarlet there. He's not wasting any time. He's like, you want to take that position from me? That's fine, I'll do it again. But here comes Scarlet again. They're not willing to give it up. Are they looking down the inside? No, they're going to back out of it this time. Not willing to waste the time, because they hopefully will realise that they have got an absolutely charging Arbon behind them. And he is taking no prisoners. 4 seconds is the gap on lap 24. He's got 5 laps to close in on these two, and then also pass. It's like they say, it's one thing to close, it's another thing to pass. So we'll see if he can manage to do that. And I still want to know who is everyone cheering for. Some people wanting Kirby to sign for F1 ABs. So we'll definitely keep an eye on the front two, as laps are starting to close down. Hypes can do nothing but wait for the perhaps inevitable. He knows Kirby's behind him. He knows he's got probably more ERS saved up than him. And he knows he'll have the DRS, and Kirby's got all the cards to play with. He chooses when he wants to make the move, and there's going to be very little defense that can be offered by Hypes. But is this Iwano looking down the inside of Arbon? Yes, it is. The person who's been showing amazing pace, Arbon. But now Iwano on the soft compound tyres, really starting to open up his pace, starting to show why he is here. And what a move by him, and that is definitely pulled the gap to Arbon to not even make a move on him, coming down the second DRS straight, which is crucial for him. Scarlet on the back of Effie Eclipse again, not managing to get him past the last lap. I thought we were going to start to see a trend there of an overtake every lap. Unfortunately, it's not going to be what's happening. And just having a look through the rest of the field, Barney still on the back of Slazenger, but similar thing with the front two. He holds all the cards. He chooses when he wants to overtake, not Slazenger. Slazenger just needs to wait for, like I say, perhaps the inevitable. As you can see, Barney lifting, making sure he does not make that overtake on the Alpine ahead. This is where you can do some dodgy gamesmanship if you wanted to try and give the person behind no longer the DRS. But that's not what we like to see, and Kirby has decided this is his chance. This is when he wants to go for it. He's cleared Hypes. Now it's Hypes' job to keep up with him. Hypes has actually saved up a lot of ERS to say he's been the one getting chased the whole time. As you can see, deploying some now just to make sure he stays with Kirby for the final 3 laps here. As great view again, I like this camera. Like I say, Cody's more of these. We like these. As we're keeping tabs on Skurlet, who's looking. Can they make a move on the Foundation Esports driver? Yes, they can. They're looking down the inside. There goes the McLaren. Back down the inside. Anything you can do, I can do better, he says as he passes the Foundation Esports driver of Eclipse. And Eclipse won't let that one go easily. He is definitely going to be staying with him for the rest of this race. He's making sure to stay with him. Skurlet giving him a great fight as well. This is a great battle for P5, a great battle for P3, and a great battle for P1. This is fights all over the field, and this is just what we want to see here in Supersonic Esports Championship. Especially for round 1, season 1. This has been some great driving across the field. A shame for the bottom 5, who have had unfortunate ends to this race. I'm still not sure what happened with Harvey, to be honest. Yeah, Harvey, I think, pulled a Sebastian Vettel, but I'm not 100% sure. But here comes Barney. Is he like Kirby? Does he want to make the move now? But we got to focus on the front fight as well, as I thought that was Hypes going for a move, but no. I'm not keen on that camera angle. Let's not get any of them Cody's. But Barney not trying down the inside. He looks like he faked it a bit. FE Eclipse back down the inside of Skurlet, not wasting any time. And this is what they did not want. Here comes Iwano, and here comes Arbin, and here comes Kiwi. 3 new drivers joining this fight. They want to be in on this action, and that's not what these two wanted at all. They've been scrapping away too much for these past few laps, and this has surely opened the door to the soft runners behind him. Maybe not to Kiwi on the hards. He might not be able to catch up by the end of the race. But definitely Arbin and Iwano are going to be ones to watch behind him, because they are going to be on an absolute charge, especially Iwano on the 1 lap fresher tyres than Arbin, which normally doesn't matter too much, but on the softs around this track, it is absolutely crucial, as that's Neo Racer with a cheeky, easy move on the straight, just making sure to get ahead under braking. Solid move by Neo Racer, showing some good race craft. Is the AlphaTauri driver. Unfortunately, CSR not having the best race weekend currently. As Hype still managing to stay in the DRS range. We're going to now get up the telemetry to see the ERS, and it looks like they've got about the same, 10% less for Hypes. So still pretty close. So we're going to keep tabs on the ERS now for this ending part of the race, as we want to know when they're deploying, when they're saving. But this is the chance. There goes Skurlet down the inside, not wasting any time. He thinks, oh, don't get me first, get Eclipse first, and make sure to get ahead of that Red Bull as quickly as possible, because he sees that Scarlet Red Ferrari behind him, and he doesn't want any part of it. But here he comes. He sends the dummy down to the inside, and that is going to open the door to him massively. This could be an amazing move. He's looking down the inside now, having the inside line for this corner, outside line for the next, and he's cleared him. That is a great move. Great little dummy by Iwano, making Eclipse go defensive, and straight down the inside he goes. What a move by the Ferrari driver. Definitely having a very good showing for ABE currently, apart from his unfortunate contact with Salt, which will probably be investigated after the race by the FIA. We'll definitely see what they come up with by next stream, as that is top Neo Racer. I did see his AI, well, not his AI, but him spin in the bottom left with his dot down there, so that is a bit unfortunate for him. Now it's time, the final lap. This is the time. Will Hypes get this race win? This is when we decide. This is when we know. He's only got 20% battery. Kirby's in the same boat. He's not managed to make it down the main straight. This is going to be crucial. This could be his final opportunity to get him. Is he going to manage to do it? He's 5 tenths behind. That looks a bit too far to me. Iwano down the inside of Scarlet. He can't do anything about it. And that's a simple, easy move for Iwano on the tyre difference. Barney clearing Slazenger as well. Barney with plenty of ERS to play with. Slazenger not So it's going to be Barney. He's definitely going to be on this podium unless he has a spin in these few final corners. Kirby now with more ERS, deploying some, so is Hypes. And it looks like Kirby will check out if he can manage just to get down this straight unscathed. And this looks like it could be Kirby's win. The man on pole by a significant margin. Not being first sorting too much of this race. Definitely had some more competition than I think he thought when he put that lap time in. But this is his chance. He has more ERS, more tyres, and that is a bit of a snap out of that corner, and that is going to be Kirby with himself coming across the line to win here in Bahrain for the season opener. There he goes, that is Kirby in first place. Behind him is Hypes, and then we do have Barney coming across the line to collect his podium. Definitely going to be happy about that. With Slazenger at P4, Iwano goes P6 at P5, but that is 3-second time penalty has brought him down to P7. With Scarlet taking P5, Eclipse P6, Iwano P7, Kiwi P8, Arbin also with a 3-second time penalty dropping down to P9, Alpha P10, Social Antelope just outside the points by 9/10 of a second. So close by the other Haas driver to get 1 point here to aid his team. So close, but here comes YB Orthodox. Had such good pace, but just not managing to deploy it when he needed. A great racecraft by him gave us a good show, and that's him crossing the line. Like I say, giving us a good show. Managing to get P12. This is going to be Mikey coming across the line for P13. And then finally, but definitely not least, is Top Neo Racer, who is going to be coming across the line for P14. Fastest lap goes to Cormac. Very solid by Cormac, managing to collect the fastest lap at least. Managing to gather something, and we got two Alpha Tauris stuck on the grid together. I don't think they've realised that they're not meant to be on the podium celebration, but we'll tell them after, because they're part there for now. But what a race! And that is Kirby with the win. But huge respect shown by both the Aston Martin driver of Hypes and Kirby, because they were so quick. And what a race by the pair of them. Barney also great move on Slazenger. Slazenger was so quick throughout the race, but very good driving by most, if not all, in fact all the grid. Amazing driving by them all. If they were at the back, they were trying for fastest lap. If they were top 15, they were all trying to get into the points. No corner was left unscathed, but here you can see the final part of the race and the final part of the stream, unfortunately for us. But there you can see it. Kirby started first, ends first. Great drive by the Haas driver. Then we do so. That is going to be DFA taking first place. So definitely going to be happy with that. Definitely a great result by the Foundation Esports team with the Red Bulls, getting both their drivers solidly into the points. Same with Alfa Romeo and Alpine, so BRT and SLR getting both drivers into the points. So some solid driving all across the field. We went 27 laps. So Kirby, I got some news by Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Got 2 warnings in the first 2 laps and went 27 laps without a single warning. Don't know about you, but I go a warning per lap around Bahrain, but that's just me. Like I say, thank you all for tuning into the stream. It's been a fun one and much appreciated for all the support, especially in round 1. So, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed my chants. And I hope to see you all next week. And now my nose is blocked from commentating so loud. Thank you, Sean. So, we'll see. Actually, before I go, because Sean asked a question, we will find out where we are going next week. Next week, we are going to my home race, Silverstone. It's going to be bright spells all across the track, because that's what we run in this league. Unfortunately, we don't run any rain, but it's going to be Britain. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for some of the compliments in chat. I do appreciate it. And see you all for round 2. Can Kirby get his second win of the season?